One of the most devastating El Niño events on record continues to affect the lives and livelihoods of farmers and herders in Ethiopia. Food insecurity and malnutrition rates are alarming. 10.2 million people are at risk, a number that has tripled since the beginning of 2015. 50 to 90% of crop and livestock losses have been reported. After years of insufficient rainfall, FAO and Somali regions have been the hardest hit by the worst drought in decades.
The drought has made the pasture field totally dry. We haven't had any good rains in the last years. This is the worst drought we have ever seen. People don't have food. Animals don't have pasture.
Losses suffered last year have also severely diminished purchasing power. So to cope, many households have sold their remaining assets.
Now the remaining livestock assets are quite poor. Their body condition has deteriorated significantly. They have ceased milk production, and most families have run out of their livestock possessions, and they have moved into IDP camps scattered around several areas within this zone.
The coming long-cycle rains are expected to replenish pasture and water points. In order to address both the emergency and long-term recovery, some 3.3 million herders are in need of immediate support to resume production activities.
I lost 25 goats. We lost most of our cattle. We received animal feed and hay. Some of our animals were saved because of this support. But this is not enough. We need more animal feed support to save our remaining animals.
The Food and Agriculture Organization, FAO, has begun providing assistance through a destocking program aimed at assisting the most vulnerable communities in parts of Somali Region.
FAO did the slaughter with 5,200 households, pastoralist households, for which we bought sheep, cattle, and goats, and we slaughter at a fair price, at a normal price, and we slaughter it in order to redistribute again the meat to the families who are most food insecure, in particular the women and the children affected by malnutrition.
Bizle village in Shinile district, which hosts an internally displaced population camp, has been selected as one of the target communities for implementation of the destocking intervention supported by FAO.
Today, I brought one goat to sell. I sold it for 600 birr. With the money, I will buy food for my family. I will spend the money to feed my children.
The ongoing drought will continue to cause food security and malnutrition, while shortage of clean water keeps posing a threat to human health.
This is dirty water, and people are drinking it. So it's not only going to affect their lives, but the diseases that goes along with it, because they are drinking water from the same pond where animals defecate, where animals are drinking. So our appeal to the international community is to support development organizations like FAO, to be able to provide safe drinking water, to be able to provide water for the animals, to be able to provide water for the crops, so that people will have a decent life. This is a catastrophe.
FAO is calling for $3 million by the end of March for survival animal feed, as part of the larger $50 million appeal for its El Niño response plan in Ethiopia. Currently, less than 10% of that plan has been funded.